Hello there, Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. My name is Xabe the Gemini Witch. It's your favorite Puerto Rican Gemini witch in the house. Hey, happy holidays. Nice to have you guys here. Scorpio, let's get into your reading. Keep in mind this is going to be a general reading. If it doesn't resonate, don't try to force it. Don't try to make it fit. Check your moon and your rising and your Venus sign. I'm going to leave a link in the bottom in the description box below to where you can figure out what that is. Also, I'm having a 50% off sale on my tarot readings, so check out my website. The link will be down below if you use the promo code TAROT upon checking out. Okay, keep that in mind. Upon checking out, everything is half price. So give the gift to yourself or gift it to somebody that you know and that you love. So let's get into this, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on with you and what your energy is and what Spirit would like to say. So what's going on with Scorpio? Spirit, what would you like to tell Scorpio? Hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe if you guys are new here. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. Welcome back. Self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. So Scorpio, you guys are embarking on this journey of self-love. Okay, you guys are really focused on yourself right now, realizing, I feel like, that you've given so much to so many people except for yourself. That's really good. You're really starting to set boundaries for yourself, understanding that that's a part of self-love, right? Not allowing people to walk all over you anymore. Self-love is setting those boundaries and letting people know, listen, I love you, but I love me. I gotta love me first, right? Karma. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. So somebody's receiving their karma here. This could be you. Karma doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Karma, could be good as well. I feel as though all of that love and support and everything that you've given to other people, you're starting to see the benefits of it. And I feel like, you've planted some seeds of good karma. All right. So this is from, if you believe in past lives, this is, the accumulation of past life good karma that you have been that you're bringing into this life. So you're on a really positive track here. If this is karma in regards to someone else, whoever took advantage of you, they're definitely going through their karma. And that's the funny thing about karma, right, is that when people go through it, they will definitely remember the person who they've done wrong to, because when karma strikes, you think, oh wow, this is what such and such went through, and that's where you start to feel that conviction. The inner child, allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. So there's some inner child healing going on here and clearing. A true offering arises. It becomes easy to let go, and you start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mine to God's. Such freedom. So there's a lot of inner child healing going on here. There's a lot of clearing up of energies that are taking place here. Okay. Again, I feel as though now that you've put yourself first, Scorpio, it's like this energy that is opening up for you, right? Things are being cleared away, okay? And even though you may not see the karma that people are going through, it's definitely happening, and Spirit is making way. It's clearing that space for you, that to allow that energy into your life, that good, positive, very healing energy, right? It's time for you to focus on that inner child, I would say. There's like this, the child in you is saying, hey, I'm here. What about taking care of us? What about taking care of me now? You've always taken care of so many people, and been focused on other people, and you know, I'm still here, right? Don't ignore me. That's what your inner child is saying. What else? Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So accept this change that's taking place in your life. You can't grow or evolve unless change happens, right? There's this quote that I really like that says, life begins at the end of your comfort zone or outside of your comfort zone. So it's about not resisting whatever change it is that is happening in your life right now. You know, healing is not necessarily the most comfortable of feelings, right? But these are just emotions that are bottled up, that are stored inside of you, that need to be addressed. And I feel as though 2023 is definitely going to be a good year for you in regards to, you know, letting go of a lot of things that have been holding you back, a lot of energies that have been holding you back. And I feel as though you're going to be really focused on yourself now. That's not selfish, okay? And just remember, it's like the analogy of when we're on a plane and they say, you know, if you have a child with you and God forbid anything happens, who's the first one who's supposed to take the mask of oxygen? It's the parent, right? Because if you put it on the child, if you put it on somebody else, you know, you're gonna die, and then what? You're gonna unalive, or, you know, I hate to use that word, but it's so, you know, it's so out there, but it's a good analogy, right? Hit that like button if you agree. So, you know, this is about taking care of yourself right now, not blaming people anymore for the pain that you've undergone. This is you accepting responsibility and saying, you know, it's time to take back my power and say no more. Okay, you can't really blame anybody but yourself, right? You were in situations here that you allowed for whatever reason. Maybe you felt as though you know, if you were nicer, or if you didn't set these boundaries for yourself, that the person wouldn't like you, right? Or that people wouldn't like you. And you know, it's about saying no. You know, there was something that you needed to learn in order for you to you know, learn how to set these boundaries for yourself. I accept responsibility for my own well-being. So nobody's responsible for your well-being other than yourself, okay? Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Allowing these energies to go is going to help you regain this imagination that you felt like you've once lost because of this grief and this pain that you've been going through, right? These disappointments that you've been experiencing due to, you know, allowing things to take place in your life. But don't beat yourself up, okay? A lot of times it feels good to blame others, right, for our problems. But at the end of the day, you know, we have to take responsibility for ourselves and say, if I went through this, you know, there was a reason for it, right? I needed to learn something from it, right? And I really feel as though that lesson was you putting yourself first, okay? I feel like you're a very selfless person, and it's time for you to start thinking about yourself. You know, a lot of people feel as though that's a very selfish thing to do because we're taught, especially, you know, let's just say you're religious, right? In religion they say, you know, first goes God, and then comes others, and then comes you, right? Or they say, you know, you have to sacrifice yourself just like Jesus sacrificed himself for the church. And it's like, yeah, but I can get into, like, I can ramble on when it comes to religion and things of that nature. But, you know, there are people out here who will allow themselves to be abused for well over 20, 30, 40 years, all because of this belief system that we have to sacrifice ourselves for others, right? And you know, that's not the case, right? Because everybody is responsible for his or her growth, right? You know, a lot of times we want to help people out, and we can, right? But sometimes it's like the saying goes, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't force them to drink. So really, you can't spoon feed everybody, right? And sometimes you're spoon feeding them yourself as well, right? You're putting yourself in a position where you're losing yourself, okay, and your self-respect and your own identity for others, okay. So this is about saying, you know, what about me now? What about that inner child? I've neglected that inner child, and that inner child is sad, and it's saying, dude, like, you've been serving others, but you haven't been serving me. You haven't been taking care of me. It's time for you to be there for me now, right? And maybe you did this because growing up as a child, no one was there for you, really, right? Or, you know, you were really trying to prove yourself to people and to others that you can be there for them, that you would never abandon them, right? Because you know what it's like to feel abandoned, right? And so you're like, oh, I'm never going to abandon you. So here, I'm going to sacrifice myself. I'm going to give you my money. I'm going to give you my time. I'm going to give you all of my resources, right? You know, I'm going to give you all of the patience in the world. But hey, listen, you know, even Jesus himself ran out of patience. Okay, if you read in the Bible, when it came to the Pharisees, he literally flipped over some tables inside of a synagogue because he was just over it. He was done. Jesus himself has ignored people. I don't know why I keep going back, referencing back to Bible scriptures. I don't know if maybe some of you, or maybe somebody listening to this right now, is like super religious, and maybe that's something that has been embedded into your head, right? And maybe that's the reason why you've allowed so much pain and grief, right? Because that's what you were taught, right? Oh, you know, this is your cross. You have to bear it. You have to, you know, everybody's issues, everybody's problems, you have to put it on your own shoulders. And that's not the case, okay? That is not the case at all, because, you know, again, going back to the reference of the plane, right? You have to make sure that you're okay before you make sure that others are, right? Because if you're not, like, then what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? It's like that child, or whoever it is that you're responsible for, or whoever it was that was counting on you, you know, now they're left to their own defenses, right? But we're talking about a child here, right? Some of you guys are literally dealing with adults. You're nobody's, you know, you're nobody's mom in regards to a relationship. If you're in a relationship and your partner is taking advantage of you, you're not their parent, okay? They're all responsible for their own shit, right? If you're talking about maybe adult children who are taking advantage of you, listen, they're adults now, right? Everybody is responsible for their own thing. You did everything that you could do for them, right? When you could, right? And so now it's their turn to you know, make sure that they're good, right? It's their responsibility to reach out to you as a parent, right? They're not kids anymore. They know how to reason. They know how to think now, okay? You know, this is in other words, Scorpio, it's you time, okay? It's you time, and don't feel bad for putting yourself first, right? That was 15 minutes of me talking to you about you. Okay. All right, cool. So we got the King of Cups here. This is definitely, you know, a water sign energy. That's totally you right there, Scorpio. Okay, this is a Pisces energy, but this is about having trust in yourself, right? Having that emotional intelligence, right? Celebrating the fact that, you know, you've learned a lot, right? And now it's time to care and to heal yourself. Okay, I feel like you're a person who you give very good and sound advice. People come to you all the time because you give such good advice. You're someone who understands unconscious motivations in other people. So, you know, your intuition is really high when it comes to people, right? So don't gaslight yourself. Don't allow other people to gaslight you. You're really sensitive, right? So if you feel as though someone is off, more than likely they are. Okay. Yeah, you are. I feel as though you are a very mature and emotionally stable person. So, you know, be that for yourself. Okay. I feel like you've been that for so many other people, And now it's time for you to be that for yourself. Okay, so we've got the Page of Cups in the reverse. We've got the 8 of Cups in the reverse. And then we've got the 9 of Wands in the reverse. So a lot of this is coming from your past, some childhood issues. Maybe some of you have been abused in some way, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, and even, intimately. Okay. A lot of you guys have experienced some broken dreams, right? And so you've kind of lost a little bit of faith, right? In tomorrow. There's this fear of moving on. I feel like, some of you guys are afraid of moving. Sometimes we take our emotions and our past and the stories of our past and the things that we've been through, and we create this this character, right? And we say, I am such and such. I am this way because of the things that I've been through in my past. And that's totally understandable, but once you start healing those things, there's this beautiful person that emerges from that, right? No longer afraid of the world and no longer afraid of people taking advantage of you. Now you're this person who, again, if you feel as though there's a vibe that's off from someone, you don't allow that person into your life anymore, right? But you're not an asshole about it. It's, you're kind about it, right? And you just have these stronger boundaries, right? Because now you're smart, now you're wise, and you're like, oh, I've been there, done that. I'm not liking this energy that I'm seeing here. Yeah, you feel like, you're resigned to fate. You feel, some of you guys have felt like kind of giving up hope in regards to your healing, I would say, in regards to, I feel like you're taking the stories of the things that you've been through in the past, and it's definitely become a part of who you are today, right? And yeah, we do experience disappointments, right? And people do hurt us, right? And there is no excuse for those things, right? These people who ever hurt you, they're hurting themselves, right? And so it's good to say, this person, whatever it was that they're going through, I love them and I care for them, but from far away. Okay. A lot of you guys, again, are holding on to certain relationships and certain situationships, because of the need to fill some sort of a void that you have because of childhood. Okay, so you're not walking away from a certain situation here, right? There's this fear, I feel, of abandonment, right? This fear of abandonment. People always come back, and if they don't, it's okay. You know what I mean? You gain new friends, right? You gain new friends, and these friends become like a soul tribe to you, like family members, right? And even family members, let's talk about family members, right? Some of them are around for a season, and some of them around for the beginning portion of your life, and then some of them aren't, because you grow up and you realize that this person maybe is not healthy, right? And as badly as it hurts you to walk away, you kind of have to, right? Because of the pain that they're causing and that they're inflicting, or the strife and the drama that they're inflicting on the relationship itself, right, Scorpio? So, it's okay to say my inner child is done hurting, right? I feel like that's the message here. Your inner child is saying, how much more? How much more are you going to allow? How much more pain are you going to allow us to go through? Like, I've been through enough. Can you please protect me? That's what I kind of feel like the message is here, okay? And a lot of you guys are sacrificing yourself for other people, and you're not living your true and authentic lives because you're putting everyone else before you, right? And when that happens, that also leads to self-sabotage, okay? So in order to live fully and abundantly, and I don't mean that just by, you know, abundance and riches. Like you could literally be living in the corner of an attic eating bread, but you know, so long as your bills are paid and you're living peacefully without the drama and the strife, and you're getting a good night's sleep, like that's abundance. You know, that's abundance. You know, and you have people in your corner, even if it's 2 or 3 people that you know of, or even if it's just one person, or even if it's just you. Honestly, even if it's just you that's in your corner, when you have that, you have peace of mind, and you're living abundantly, right? Knowing that we all make mistakes, right? Everybody messes up, but we learn from our mistakes. There are those who don't. There are those who choose not to. There are those who choose to continue to blame the world, right? And the things that have happened, right? And it's okay, you know, like you have every right to be mad and angry at whatever it was that happened to you, right? But eventually the healing takes place, right? And that's that angry teenager in you saying, oh, this wasn't fair, what the fuck, right? And that's okay, you know, you're allowed to be angry, okay? Feel the emotion, but then allow the healing to take place, okay? So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Wow, that was pretty deep. Congratulations on your healing. Again, you're a very emotionally intelligent person, right? And you're very deep, and you feel very deeply, right? But it's time to be there for yourself, okay? So yeah, hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe, and take advantage of that 50% off. And I will see you guys in the next video. Also, if you want to give me a birthday gift, not birthday, Christmas. What am I talking about? If you want to gift me something for Christmas, the gift that I would like is for you to hit that like button. Because it helps with the algorithm, okay? And I would like my channel to grow, right? So, all right, guys, happy holidays. I will see you guys soon. Bye.